The practice of binging anime isn't something that is unfamiliar to us cultured people, where I can believe that most weebs in the early days have already started to binge tons of anime, whether it's just 12 episodes or even more than the average human can consume in a single day. But as we grow older, and to be more accustomed to the medium, we start to slowly fade due to the custom, and even feel that anime isn't something that is interesting anymore. Maybe it's because we've already found something that's much more fun and productive to do, or you just don't have the time and have that R&R session like you used to when you were young again. And the reason it may occur to us may have influenced the sacred practice of binge watching. Like hell, I still can't imagine watching a shitty story and still binge the whole season that they have to offer. Now that anime has become much more mainstream, more and more weebs start to be spawned and just wish to be despawned and be transferred into another world. Anime has a higher chance to cause more first world problems like not knowing what anime should I watch next, controversial topics like is sub or the dub better, and are light novel reader the top consumer once it comes to their adaptation of an anime, because the manga adaptation takes months to be updated or even not getting any manga adaptation at all. Now, binge watching can be broken down into small pieces so that your monkey brain can consume whatever the shit that I'm talking about. Now, we need to travel back into time where you first started watching these so-called Japanese cartoons, and have been craving for more ever since then. We have the Granddaddy and the Grand Sims. Let's talk about the Granddaddy of watches, where they claim to watch anime with titles like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, you get the picture. It's basically the big three or whatever, and anything that is not standard by the storytelling will be called utter trash. But they will still watch and enjoy other shows, by the way. And the other one is called the Grand Sims, where the only anime they think that is canon and relevant will be good quality shonen and will definitely be disgusted if they see any pillar box quality. They also claim that Boku no Hero and Demon Slayer is the best anime out there and will do anything to protect if it's being trash talked. But one thing that both of these sides have in common, they would really appreciate the plot. Yes, those raunchy fan service. Well, with all of that being said and done, I also have this awakening that broadened my view into the wider world with the statement of wait, there's also anime that doesn't consist in shonen. Don't get me wrong, I have my fair share of shonen anime like Pokemon, Digimon, Beyblade, Bakugan, Bidaman, you get the picture. Even till this day I still don't know what to call them. I've also seems to have this experience with weird anime during my childhood, but I'll make a separate video about it, so... After the early age, you will get into the I've watched enough anime to get the picture, as well as I known as the cocky phase, where you watch all of the newer generation of anime until you realize that there wasn't any more anime that have that clean and nice graphic as you expect. That's when you start to seek for hidden gems, shows like Hellsling, Cowboy Bebop, and Evangelion. Yes, all of them are in the pillar box session, but they're still good shows, even now, but mostly back then. You also know that there are veterans that have watched more anime and experienced this pillar box time, and you also started to be that one shonen protagonist who wants to stop them off with whatever shit that you have with the power of friendship. The last phase would be something that you have to choose your own route. Either you would go to the reader route, the rewatch route, or even grow out of this medium. Anyways, at this point, or to be more precise, 99% of you will not be watching anime as regularly as you used to, and would just watch one thing. And those one things, those generic harem anime, and will fight for who is best girl in the series. By this time, binging would just be a word and not a practice that you would do anymore. This sacred art would still be possessive to those newer weebs. If time was out of the essence, then just sacrifice your sleep. Having all of these phases going on, each of these phases I believe we have encountered once or maybe just forgotten about it, but binge watching will always be something to be remembered, because that's the beginning of your transformation from a guaranteed human being into a final evolution of a weeaboo trash that everything about Japan is cool and you're going to need to use your pee-pee much often than an average human being, because anime is art, same as binge watching, a tradition for those newbies to consume as much anime as they can just to be that one kid in school to put their waifu as the presentation background or theme just to be interesting. The fact that they're not makes them even more appealing, because if you already watch tons of shitty shows and still binge watch anime even now and then, makes them a true newbie weeb. Let them watch hundreds or even thousands of anime and this guy still binge watch them. That's what I call respect, because I can't imagine still doing that and still have time to do other stuff than clearing 8 to 6 hours of my schedule just to watch anime and nothing else. As a weeb myself, let me tell you something that I would do. I'll sleep early and it's called 3 in the morning.